Okay. I read a lot. I read a lot of political articles. Let's just start with that. Politics has devolved down into these endless discussions about race, identity politics, what Donald Trump says about women, whether or not somebody should be able to get a sex change when they're 5 years old, etc. You know? And I remember when politics was about laws and issues and the way it was going to affect people. I'm not against anybody, but when somebody says transgender rights, what rights do they need to have that they don't have? The right not to be made fun of? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know what they want. When somebody says gay rights, well, gay marriage, I think that's okay. Sure. You know, but, I'm just going to give them that one. And there's also the idea, if you want to talk about racism, yeah, what is it you think the government can do to get rid of it? Since it's a political issue, I'm assuming you're looking for political solutions, and all politicians can do is write laws. So I don't know. It seems like you turn to the media, you turn towards popular culture, people who are supposedly discussing issues that are important in the world. You read a lot of op-ed pieces if you're me. I like to read because I can't watch TV. I cannot watch these people in the media preach and tell me why Trump is stupid, etc. Yeah, okay. I mean, look, I miss Trump not being the president because the media was able to talk about other things other than this one guy, this eclipse of a man who's just blocking out the sun, and they're obsessed with him. And I don't care if some member of the media who lives in LA or Manhattan or whatever is upset about something that Trump tweeted or said. It's so, there's other people in the country besides him, but whatever. I can't watch TV, so I read a lot. Trump is the most divisive president we've ever had. Divisive. I don't mean anything other than he's a polarizing figure. It seems like you either hate his guts or you think he's great. And I don't find myself in either camp. It's not that I don't have any opinions on him. It's just that I'm sick of hearing about him all the time. I don't care. Oh, he insulted this celebrity. He called, Don Lemon the dumbest man on TV. Great. It's a regular Wednesday. That's just what this guy does. Well, but don't you think it's terrible that he's the president? No. No, I don't. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. Politics is not about politics anymore. All they want to talk about, this person's racist, sexism, a man made a comment about a woman, and isn't that the same thing as assault? It's the Me Too movement. Every guy who's ever made any unwanted advance towards any woman, no matter how long ago it was, here he is. He's fired. Whatever. Garrison Keillor should get fired from his job for giving a woman a hug 10 years ago because Harvey Weinstein might be a rapist, which he might be. And he should go to jail if he is. I mean, that's all there is to it. But why should Al Franken, why should he quit his job because he made because of a photo where he's joking, pretending to grope a woman? This is ridiculous. And you can't do or say anything anymore. And then everybody in Silicon Valley, Facebook, Twitter, Google, LinkedIn, Pinterest, whatever, every mogul in Silicon Valley took it upon themselves to sit down with each other and have a meeting and say, okay, we're all doing this at once, right? Let's get rid of Alex Jones. Who's a kook? Alex Jones is a kook. There's no question about that. You won't. He's a kook. Everybody knows that. Why is that happening? It's because Hillary Clinton lost the election. Because after she lost, they have to look for all these excuses why she lost, and the mainstream media, along with the Democratic establishment in Washington, blamed everything on the internet, where you used to be able to say whatever the hell you wanted to say, no matter how screwed up it was. It was a free speech bastion, and now all of these tech titans, Zuckerberg, everybody, they all get together, gather around a table, and say, okay, we're gonna, first they did it on Facebook. First they're, oh well, Russian people on Facebook, really? That's why Donald Trump won, whatever you say. Well, we promised to do more to stop, and they start deleting accounts or saying you have a fake account, and I had a fake account, meaning I wasn't using my real name. And they said, you must use your real name and show us your ID, otherwise we're going to delete your Facebook account. So I gave in. Fuck it. I don't care. You wanted, I'm not going to, I don't want them to delete it. Okay, here's my real name. Now I no longer have a fake account, I guess. It's not fake, I just wasn't using my name, but I guess you could count that as a fake account. When they keep talking about fake Twitter accounts and fake Facebook accounts, they're just talking about people not using their real information. That's all. They're not Russians. I wasn't a Russian. This is not evidence of anything. Well, we need to do a better job of policing the internet. And so they gather all these people in Silicon Valley together, Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, LinkedIn, even Pinterest. I mean, they get all these people gathered around. They all have some kind of meeting with each other and say, we're going to stand up to evil and misinformation. We don't want to carry Alex Jones. And that while they did this, one of these guys probably compared themselves to like, hey, we're like the Super Friends. We're like the Justice League. We're gathering around to fight evil, and you shouldn't listen to this anymore. I don't want anybody taking it upon themselves to decide who I should listen to. Well, you can't listen to it on our platform. Yeah, but you get together with everybody else who has any other kind of platform, and you all decide in concert, in unison, to ban one guy. Now, set themselves up, I guess voluntarily, starting with Zuckerberg, I think, to police the content that is on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, you name it. They're not the ISPs. Whatever happened to just, we're not responsible for the content? Now they want to make themselves responsible for the content that other people say. It's not the death of the internet. Alex Jones could go over to, for his videos, he could go over to Vimeo or Dailymotion or anybody else. I don't know who owns those. But you do have to wonder who's next. I mean, yes, he's a kook. He's an easy target. He's easy to attack. He's all of those things. I don't want them doing this. I don't want them, well, we don't support that content. Yeah, that's not your job. You can say you don't support the content or speak out against it or allow the people who witness the crazy content to leave whatever comments they want about it and have counter debunking, videos, or Twitter is another one. You answer back to people. But they don't want to trust people to make up their own minds. They want to be they've set themselves up now as well, we're the police. We're going to police everything. I just know that this is not going to stop with Alex Jones. It's starting with Alex Jones. It's not going to stop with him. They're going to go after anybody who says anything against the politically correct sensibilities of other people. It's going to go farther. It always goes farther. And I don't know the way out for this. Should sites like Google and YouTube and Twitter be broken up as being information monopolies? And I don't know. I don't know how to police these people. I mean, one of the reasons I was in favor of net neutrality was because I didn't want the ISPs granting favoritism to some traffic over others or controlling content. But then there's people like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube now. Now they're all doing it. They're all policing the content. And it's not your job, man. It's not your job to do these things, but they want to make it their job to do these things because they're going to save the world from itself by deciding what it is that you shouldn't be listening to. I don't know. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. I'm not going to make this about Alex Jones. There's a million things you could say about that guy. But other people are going to be next. And the internet was a place where people could post what they had to say no matter what. You have plenty of crap out there. You have plenty of people who put up their videos to prove that the earth is flat or whatever. I mean, there's plenty of kooks on the internet, which is what made it so interesting. Anytime I ever came across Alex Jones, it was because I wanted to hear what the crazy guy had to say. That was it. Oh, well, some people believe him, and yeah, well, some people believe the Weekly World News too, okay? If you think this is good for people to start deciding not what other people are allowed to say, but, well, on our platform, we don't want people to hear stuff like that. These are not elected officials. I mean, there are always people who are outraged by what somebody had tweeted or whatever, and people get banned from Twitter like crazy. Happens all the time. I just don't want them to be doing this. I don't want anybody deciding what other people get to hear or watch or whatever. I'm not going to offer any solutions. I'm not going to discuss the politics of this. Donald Trump didn't become the president because of Alex Jones. I know people in Hollywood and in Silicon Valley are upset that this guy's the president, so they're now going to police the internet and shut down. I think that's part of it. I really think that's what the root of all of this is. Because a lot of people have gone nuts ever since this guy became the president. I don't know. This whole thing's pretty disappointing to me. Just wondering who they're going to come for next. Over and out. I'm done.